It's the second video I'm making today because my computer didn't like the last one. I mean, seriously, it was heavy and it was too long, and my computer didn't support it at all. I couldn't even make it shorter, so I have to make a new one. So I will try to make it shorter. Coming out. This is week number 2, and that's the topic of this week. So I came out very early. I was 13 and a half maybe, and I came out to first to my closest friends. It was a group of guys and one girl, and they were with me in a group called the Society for Nature, and we knew each other for a while, and they were really my closest friends, and I came out to them uh, at a trip. I was 13 and a half, and when I started having those feelings, and I thought about it a bit, and I realized I didn't know it's called transgender yet, but I just knew that I feel like a boy and I want to be treated as a boy. So I told them, hey, in the end of the trip, I told them, hey guys, listen, I have something I want to ask you to do. Please call me by male pronunciation, and my new name is Ben. And they accepted it pretty well. It took a bit of time for them to get used of the new name and the new pronunciation, but besides of that, they accepted it really well, like seriously well. Um, to name Ben, I got through a friend of mine. We wanted to prank a friend of his on the phone, and so we called him and we said that I'm a guy and that we have sex right now to some dude. Then he asked, yeah, so what is your name? And I said the first name that popped to my head, and that was Ben. And that's how I got my name. It's not that my last name was a feminine name. It was a name that usually only male has. Actually, almost always only male has. Sorry, my memory card was full. Anyway, so that's how I got my name. I just felt like I had to change my name because it was some kind of a new page. My last name was my feminine name, and even though it wasn't feminine, and now it's my new name is male. I didn't have much time to live as a girl because when I was in kindergarten and in elementary school, I was thought of myself as one of the boys. I knew that I was different, but I didn't really know it. Can you understand it? I knew it, but I didn't really. It was only in puberty that I understood that I'm really different than all the other boys. And I didn't have much of puberty as a girl because I made this transition so fast when I was only 13 and a half. You're still in the high time of puberty this time. So I didn't have much time to live as a girl. And also in the time that I did, I wasn't ever girly. I was always some kind of a tomboy. So that was in my old city, and then a day after I came out to my friends when I was 14, we moved. We moved to a new city, and I didn't know anybody, and I had a very tough time to mix with the kids, and also to explain who I am to them. And I don't think it was only that, but it was also a part of it, and I just had a terrible year. It was the most terrible year of my life, surely. And I also just broke with my boyfriend, and that was a disaster for me. It was a total disaster. And I didn't go to school. I had more than 200 missing days, and I barely saw people. I didn't have any friends, and it was a nightmare. That was the last year of middle school, And then I started high school, and at high school I came out to all of the friends I met there, and they all accepted me very, very well. Like, seriously, I can't ask for more. They accepted me immediately, and they accepted me very well. Immediately changed the pronunciation in my name, and that was awesome for me. And also all the kids in school knew, and nobody had a problem with that, and everybody were really cool about it. So I had really a lot of luck. Um, and then when I was about 15, I came out to my mom. I took her to a coffee place, and we ate, and after we finished I was like, Mom, I have something I want to ask you. And she said, yeah, what? And I said, Mom, do you know what a transgender is? And she said, yeah, I think so, but explain me anyway. And so I said, it's a male in a female body, and I think that I am. I know that I am a transgender. And then she was like, at first, the first thing she said was, I will love you with whatever you are, and I will support you with everything you are, and I will always be your mom. And that meant the world to me. You know, it took a stone off of my heart, and I knew that she's gonna be there for me, and that was really great. And then she asked, so what does it mean? And does it mean that you like girls? And I said, no, I like guys. I'm gay, Mom. And she was like, oh, okay. And so I had to explain to her about the surgeries and about what does it mean about my body, and she accepted it very well. And though it took her a while to call me by my name Ben, and to change to male pronunciation, she catched it pretty fast, and she understood me, and she supported me from the very beginning. Really, she was the best mom that I could ask for. I can't ask for more. She's amazing. And she also volunteers now in the gay center, and she's an amazing person. Without her, I wouldn't be where I am now. And then I started going to support groups for transgendered youth, and over there I met a wonderful woman. She's also a transgender, an M2F, and she's old. You know, she's like 60 something, and she became like my second mom. She helped me with everything, and she helped so many transgenders, really so many, and she's just an amazing, amazing woman. And then when I turned, then my father, sorry, then when I was about 15 and a half, my father, I don't remember exactly, I didn't come out to my father, you know, I didn't go to him and I told him, hey Dad, I have something to tell you. I think my mom told him, and he had a huge problem with that. It was a struggle from the beginning. He said it's unnatural, and I should try to fix my mind and not my body, and it's a psychological problem, and that it's unnatural and stuff like that, and that it's too bad to destroy my body, and shit like that. It was a lot of fights, and it really drove us apart, and we barely talked, and we still have a hard time to speak with each other. But he came around when I first I changed my name. I changed my name when I was 16, immediately when I could change my name, and I had to have the approval of both of my parents. So my father didn't accept, and he wanted me to put my old name as my second name, and I didn't want to. So I stopped talking to him at all for a week. I didn't answer his questions. I didn't do anything. I didn't talk to him at all, and I stopped calling him Dad. I started calling him by his first name, and then he got very hurt by it, and he accepted changing my name. So I went and I changed my name to Ben. Changed my name legally, and then after like 2 months, I wanted to take to start taking testosterone, I was just a bit over 16, and so I really had to have the approval of both of my parents again. And I went with my mom behind the back of my father to see a psychiatrist because I had to get diagnosed by him, and he diagnosed me indeed as a transgender, and then I had to drag my father there to talk with him and to sign, and that was a disaster. He didn't want to even listen, but once he heard a professional saying that it's like that and there's nothing to do about it besides of giving me testosterone, he came around and he signed. Not that he was happy about it, but he had to, because he understood that if he won't do it now, I will anyway do it in 2 years, and then it will be harder for him to build a relationship with me again. But I still never forgave him for giving me such a hard time about it. Maybe one day I will be able, but it's still hard for me. As for the rest of my family, my sister, I have a sister that is 4 years younger than me. She didn't even care. Immediately I was her brother to her brother, and she had no problem with it. She was really awesome about it. And my grandparents from my mom's side are amazing. I love them both, and as long as I'm happy, they're happy, really. And they accept me just as who I am and with everything that I am, and that's really awesome of them. And also my uncle and my aunt from my mom's side and my cousins, they're all awesome. But I don't talk with my father's side anymore, not even a bit. Not because they did something bad to me, but because I think they would not really understand. So, and my grandparents from my father's side are really old, so they don't even know about it. But I don't even talk to them, so it makes no difference. Um, uh, so that's us for my family. They're all very accepting, and I was pretty lucky. I feel very lucky. And also all of my friends, they were awesome about it. And school, I had a bit of a problem when I came out at school, not because of the students, but because of the teachers. Because even though some of them really wanted to help me and be there for me, one teacher, at the beginning she thought that I'm just a male when I introduced myself, but then some student came to her and he said, "Oh, you see, Ben used to be blah blah blah," and then she stopped calling me he and she started calling me by my old name. And when I went to her and I talked to her about it, she said that they discussed about my situation in the teacher's room, and they decided that they can't call me by my new name. It was before I changed my name legally, and they just can't because they're afraid that some of the students will tell their parents and the parents will come to complain. So I started to get really mad, and I told her that it's not my problem that I have problems with it. They should know how to deal with it, but they should make sure that I'm as comfortable as possible in this school. And eventually she stopped it, and all the teachers besides of her were really happy to be able to call me he and Ben, because it was ridiculous. And it was exactly the moment that I changed my name right after it, and that was it would be extremely ridiculous to call me Ben and to call me she. So they had no choice. And yeah, but besides of that, I was really lucky. So I'm just happy that I have so many supporting people around me, and also my lover Andy. He accepts me exactly as who I am, and he never had a problem with that from the very beginning, with even though he's gay, and he was amazing about it. So everyone around me are just awesome, and I'm extremely lucky. And I'm so sorry for you guys that don't have this much support, because I know how important it is. But I'm sure you will make it anyway, because you're all strong and amazing people. So good luck to all of you, and have a great weekend. Bye guys.